Hello everybody. Hi. I don't even know how to start this out. So last week Sammy passed away and I couldn't post any video, and even up till the other day I was still crying, but yeah, I feel like I should move on and continue with what I'm supposed to do. Because the day before Sammy passed away, I was actually making a video with the Lomo Instant Automat. Yeah, so I was making it that day, and there's even a picture of a Shiba Inu, I think, on the camera. But yeah, Sammy's not a Shiba Inu, Sammy's a Maltese. So yeah, I'm doing a lot better, and I think I'm doing a lot better today, and I want to say thank you to you guys who commented on my post on Instagram, YouTube, whatever. I really appreciate it. Actually, when I posted that on YouTube, and because I was grieving for Sammy, I read a lot of it, and a lot of the comments made me cry, and I want you guys to know I read them over and over again, and it just made me feel so much better. Even though they did make me cry, I cried in a way like it was just like it had to happen anyways, because Sammy was 13. He was 13. I think he's 13, and if he dies, then that's just the way it is, and there's nothing you could do about it. But a lot of the comments that you guys posted on my post on YouTube really helped, and I really appreciate that. I mean, I love Sammy so much. I've had Sammy since I was in 7th grade. I don't even know how old is 7th grade anymore, but that was in 2007, and Sammy was born the year before that, so 2006. So when Sammy when Sammy came here to live with me, he was already 1 year old, and in a way I kind of adopted him. I got him unclassified, and I brought him home. I paid $150 to the guy who had Sammy before. The guy before me bought Sammy for $1,200, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. But Sammy's a purebred, so yeah, that's why Sammy was so expensive. And I remember even like trying to sell Sammy back to get money back. I don't know, I was a little kid at that time, and I thought, oh well, I don't know if I could really take care of this dog, so I posted him unclassified again for $1,200, and people were like, is he neutered? And I was like, yeah, he's neutered, and I'm so glad he's neutered. And that's how we still have Sammy. So yeah, I wasn't a very great owner from the start, but I think a month went by, 2 months went by, and this dog is so cute. He's like he's the cutest thing. I think I will never get a dog like this ever again, because Sammy's he's just so like he's just so different. Oh my god, I'm tearing up. I don't want to do this while I'm crying, and I've been feeling so much better too. But yeah, Sammy is just the most different dog ever. Jack isn't even like him. Sammy would eat bean sprouts, he eats lychee, he loves vegetables, he loves carrots, he loves jicama. Is it jicama or jicama? I don't even know. And he loves anything vegetables. He won't even eat meat. Like, I give him steak and he won't eat the meat, he would eat the bone. And all his life, that's how it's always been. Sometimes, occasionally, he would eat some meat, but for the most part of his life, he only ate bones and veggies, and that's just so cute about Sammy. I remember going home late from work, and he would wait for me by the stairs, and it would just break my heart because I have a camera in the house to watch him, to see what he does and stuff, and I took that camera down now because looking at that camera just makes me want to cry. Guys, I'm doing so much better, I swear, and I just talk about Sammy and I'm like tearing up, but I'm okay. A part of it is because I have like mucus in my throat too. But yeah, so Sammy is my best friend. He grew up with me. He's been through all my ups and downs, through all my junior high years, to my high school years, to my college years, and now I'm graduated. Hold on, that's Jack. And as for Jack, I've got Jack ever since. I've had Jack for 11 years because Jack is actually my sister's dog. My sister brought him here, and then she had a family, so she left Jack with me. Actually, she didn't really have a family at the time. She just left Jack with me. So Jack is my dog now too, and I love them both so much. I don't think I could ever get calm dogs and just really obedient dogs like this. We've thought about getting another dog, but I think it's way too soon. I still think of Sammy whenever I open the door. Yeah. So that's that. I have plenty of stories about Sammy that I want to tell about to you guys, but it's gonna take some time. Yeah, Sammy, I really miss Sammy. And the way Sammy passed away was really sudden. So the day before, well, that day actually, Sammy passed away that day. I brought him to the vet because he didn't eat for 3 days, and it really bothered me and it really scared me. And the whole day when I was at work, I was just thinking, Sammy isn't eating, and that really worries me. And I've tried everything. I even like had to get like pureed food, and I had to like inject it into his mouth because he would just not eat. I even got syringe it in his mouth, and then also I got puppy milk because I was afraid he wouldn't get any nutrition, so I poured some of that puppy milk into his water. It wasn't even a lot. He was okay. I don't even know if that was good for him or what, but then suddenly on Tuesday I brought him to the vet, and he took a blood test, and he said, the vet said, well, he has heart murmur, he probably has heart failure. And I said, okay, well, what are we, and when the vet said heart failure, I was like, my heart dropped, because I know it could potentially mean something. And his white blood cells were high, so it could have been fighting an infection. And so I got a whole bunch of antibiotics, and I got a whole bunch of heart medicine, well, just one heart medicine. And then Sammy was scheduled for an ultrasound that Friday. Sammy could never go to that ultrasound. He passed away that night. I brought him home. He started breathing a ton, and I was like, what's going on, Sammy? Sammy, are you okay? And then he just, I don't know what, he just went. I drove him to the pet hospital, the animal hospital, and they said he didn't have a pulse when we got there, and they said, do you want us to perform CPR? And I said yes. Yeah. And they did it for 15 minutes, and Sammy still couldn't breathe again. Yeah. And then when they carried Sammy out, he was just like a little bear. Like, he's my bear. I don't cut his hair during the winter because it gets cold for him, especially because he's an older dog. And yeah, he still had his long hair for when we went to the vet, and he just looked like a bear. I only cut his hair during the summertime because it gets really hot, and especially with Maltese, they have a lot of hair. So I only cut his hair during the summertime. And yeah, he still had his long fur coat from the winter, and he was just like a bear. Yeah. Yeah. I'm slowly, and this is what I hate about time so much, and I don't know, it's a weird topic, but I feel like as time goes by, you forget things that mean so much to you. And I want to remember Sammy forever, but you know, time goes by and you have other things, you have other stuff to do, and you forget, you gradually forget. And you start to gradually forget those you've lost. And for me, that's Sammy, and as much as I want to remember him all the time, I have to forget about him because I have to move on and he has to move on. And that's why I've been okay with it, because Sammy has to move on. I love Sammy so much, and all the comments you guys wrote about me giving him a good life, I mean, like, I question that myself, like, did I really give him a good life? And I mean, I know I do all I can. I take them to the dog park, I give them all this good food, but sometimes at the end of the day, I still feel like I didn't spend enough time with him. I still feel like I don't spend enough time with him, and yeah, I don't know. You think about all these things when your pet passes away, and you feel like, oh, you've never spent enough time with them, even though you did. And I know I gave him the best life I could give a dog, but you know, there's just sometimes you just feel like a sense of regret. And I really appreciate you guys commenting on that, and I read them numerous times over and over again. It really did make me feel better, even though I would cry every time, but those comments meant so much to me. I really appreciate you guys. But yeah, we gotta move on now. Sammy's passed away for a week and 1 day now, and I won't get his ashes back for 4 to 6 weeks. And I got him in, he's gonna come back to me in a little box. I'm gonna pick it up. I didn't want them to ship Sammy around, so I'm gonna go pick him up myself in this little box that says Sammy on it. I didn't want a vase or anything because that's just scary. It was like black, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of creepy. So I decided to get Sammy back in a box. And yeah, and the moment Sammy passed away, I thought about Jack automatically, because I mean, I know it's gonna happen one day, but I don't want to think about it, because it really takes a piece of you. Like when Sammy passed away, like I dropped, because he's like such a big part of my life. Like I revolve my schedule around like taking these guys to the dog park and like going home, picking them up, driving them around, and like if I'm at work, I try to go home early. If nobody's at home, I go home, and then I turn on the lights, even though I know dogs don't need light, but I turn on the lights, I turn on, like, I get them food, and if it's cold at home, I try to turn on the heat, but most of the time it's okay at home, and I don't think they really like a hot house anyway, so they like it kind of cool. So yeah, I revolve my life around these guys, and now it's just Jack. And I mean, I know he's really sad, and I think the day after when I drove him in my car, he was smelling the part where Sammy had laid, well, in my mom's arms, and he was just smelling that area, and he was just looking like where Sammy's head would have been. He was just looking there, and I think at that point he knew Sammy had passed away. Yeah, and he's kind of sad. Lately he's just going upstairs and sleeping a lot. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys worrying about me. We gotta move on. Alright, see you next time. Bye.